hate YouTube. Their new update to their app, no bueno. Nobody's going to be on this live because the other one got canceled because apparently now, even though you schedule it from a computer, you need to, on the mobile app, before you go live, hello, Matthew Lebner, you have to go and change it from vertical to horizontal. Who streams vertically? Why is that the default? Anyway, I'm here. Haven't had the best night, and last night after my other live was not great either, but here we are. So, so frustrating. No thumbnail. What the hell? I'll have to update that later. All right. Well, welcome to everybody that's here, all 19 of you. 3 likes. Hit that like button. Matthew is here. BJ is here. Joseph is here. BJ's like, I found you. Yes. Thank you. Textical. USS Toronto. Yes. That was amazing to see. Orlandian Productions. What's the Grand Negus doing in my closet? I don't know. You should probably let him out. Hit like, everybody. Hit that like button. David Thompson. What's up? Ozzy. Hey, Ozzy. How's it going? Matthew Lebner. Good evening, Captain. Good evening, sir. RJ Renner. Hey. Christopher Battle. Good episode. It was a fun one. I love how Rom developed an affection for baseball. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. More so on subsequent rewatches. First time it was kind of and made Lita and Rom just appear like a bunch of assholes. But it actually all worked out. And there's an A, B, and C storyline, which was great. I think this was a fun, packed one, very well paced. And just, I can't get the idea of Tendi walking around in shorts and no top out of my mind now. So thank you for that, Mike McMahon and team. Pumpkin Spice family issues. I became a workaholic to avoid them. That's a long story. BJ says, did Mariner come over last night, get drunk, and start a fight? No. There was drunkenness. No, that's why. Okay, there we go. But not on my part, not on Sylvia's part. It's just it's a thing. Oh, YouTube, yeah. YouTube's mobile app now kind of sucks because like every time you schedule a live, whether it be on the app itself or from a or from a computer, you need to select. Well, you can't even select it from the computer. I scheduled this live from my computer, but you have to go into the mobile app beforehand to select horizontal because it's automatically defaults to vertical. Who streams vertically? I'm still VVS, as I call it. People suffer from VVS, vertical video syndrome. Please stop it. It does not look good. Anyway, so yeah. Smart Smears. The Parliament class is the last big design from season 1 in the need of a new model, so it was nice to see. Eagle Moss made some. They were being sold through master replicas. They didn't get a chance to release them when Eagle Moss was still around, but they had some, and they sold them through master replicas. So I missed out on getting one. I would love one. I love the Parliament class. Melted Copper says it's CG necromancy. Time for Balin in a show with necromancy. Yes. Oh my, Tendi hot black dress. I agree, Ozzy. I agree. Mark Henson, Tendi did look kind of hot in that black dress and the slit in it. Oh yeah, I know. And when she walked across, just seeing those nice long green legs, it looked fantastic. Genesis? Yes, textical. Genesis. How can you be deaf with a name like that? Pumpkin Spice. When they went to Quark's Starfleet bar, no USS Defiant. There was not, no. nor was there a refit, which they were replicating Star Trek: The Experience from Vegas, and the Enterprise D and the Voyager, perfect. But at the entrance, there was a refit, a huge Constitution class refit at that. So surprised we didn't see that. But Smart Smears, to me, this felt like the first time Freeman got the A plot. That or every plot had equal time other than Boimler, which is fine. Yeah, Boimler's wasn't that great, honestly. But it was fine. It was fine. Freeman shone in this episode. So did Ransom, in my opinion. So yeah, I love that they're progressing those characters as well. Freeman's come a long way, and the admiral said, at the end, I'm going to put good word in with the higher ups about what happened here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get Freeman getting a promotion at some point. Orlandian Productions. It was so in character for the Ferengi to have a monument to lost money. Yes. Grant McGregor, as a fan of Ferengi, worst episode of Lower Decks. As a fan of the Ferengi, worst episode of Lower Decks. I won't even consider this canon and pretend the episode never happened. Wow, that's harsh, man. I disagree with all of that. BJ says it was better the second time. Yeah, it was. Absolutely. I would also like to see Tendi just in shorts too. Perhaps a new t-shirt. Have her looking over her shoulder from the backside. That's a very, very good idea. And I'm not opposed to that idea at all. Sorry, this curtain just is not hanging right. I just needed to fix it. Joseph Barbato says it boggles my mind. That's not a toggle. That's not a toggle button. Vertical or horizontal. Well, it is in the advanced setup when you're setting up a live on the mobile app, but it is not in. And yes, it should be a toggle button on screen so I can change it. Unless this is. No, that's to pin something to the live stream. Let's see. Smart Smears. I like that the show is kind of hammering in that Freeman is really good at on-the-fly diplomacy. She did a fantastic job. Although I really didn't like Rom and Lita in this. Even on second time when I know that they were kind of testing the Federation, I thought that was a little bit shitty considering that they both know the Federation fairly well. Sam made the argument that they only knew the people on Deep Space Nine, so yes, but no. It just made them seem like shitty people. And that was very not enjoyable the first time watching this. Mark Henson, they had a stuffed Mugatu for some reason. Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff. We have a breakdown video coming out about all the stuff that was in the Starfleet experience. There's quite a few things that you really can't see unless you freeze frame. So, Mark Lawrence, $5. Green super chat for Tendi with a bunch of green hearts. I love that. I'm going to heart that one, Mark Lawrence. That's a great super chat. Pumpkin Spice, they are regressing Mariner to having psychological issues again. Bad writing. I agree. Mariner's come a long way, and now this is getting a little old with her self-sabotage again and again and again. But that's her MO. That's what she's done her whole career. So might be a hard thing to break, but by now they need to break it because I didn't want to see it in this episode. I didn't like it. Hello from Maryland. Let's not forget to watch the Baltimore Orioles win the World Series this section. Dave Thompson says, hey, Captain, do you still live stream game nights? Yes. I haven't done so in a while, though. I'll probably do some soon. I don't have Ahsoka now on Wednesdays, so we'll see. Plus, I got a really cool pinball game. What? Pinball? Yeah, it's a pinball thing on, I forget what it's called exactly, but it's on the PS5. And I got downloaded the TNG table. So I might just play some pinball and like chat with you guys doing that kind of thing. That might be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, I do still do that. Ozzy, does the Canada Starship have Canada hot dogs with cookies? Well, it's not a Canada Starship, it's a Parliament class. And yes, we had a USS Vancouver and a USS Toronto, so yes, they're both Canadian, I guess. But yes, of course they have those things. Why wouldn't they? And poutine. Precious. You're snoring. Orlandian Productions. I also guess it's canon that the Parliament class ships are all named after Canadian cities. Sure seems that way, and I'm fine with that. I love Tyrion, the Toronto. So Pumpkin Spice. At least Noel Wells is still young enough that she could live action Tendi, but do not shave her head, please. Yeah. Mark Henson. Did Playmates make a Tendi figure? No, not yet. Smart Smears. Freeman did already get a promotion technically in season 2 finale. I assume she turned it down back then, but they do seem to want to go back there. Between this and DS9, she's doing good. Absolutely, yes. Neil Hammersmith. I like when Mariner and her friend were sitting in her restaurant. The server walks by with a bowl of worms that looks like the bowl of worms from Conspiracy. Yeah, it was the exact same style. It was all fancy and had the mealworms in it. Yes, I noticed that too. Ozzy says, so Rutherford and Tendi are a couple. Not really. They kind of pointed that out in this one. But they still are. They're like best friends. And I think they are attracted to each other. But that got weird for them really quick. So, Defiance, Mr. Raven Productions. Patrick is here. He says, is still around. Depression hasn't won yet. You should take that yet out of there. Depression hasn't won. Still writing, going to get Disney Plus tonight. Successfully avoided most spoilers for Ahsoka. Needs some Star Wars inspiration. I think you'll really enjoy it. So yes, check it out. And still writing. Like I said, you should follow. You should join the group, the Seventh Fleet, not the Seventh Fleet anymore. What is it called? New Star Trek Adventures. I'd have to send you the thing again, but they do role playing and stuff, and your writing combined with the writing that they do, I think you'd really enjoy yourself and have a good time. They're good people, and it's good storytelling, and I think it would definitely get your mind off of things. Orlandian Productions. Rom sounded a little off. He did because he didn't have his teeth in. The Max didn't have his Ferengi teeth in. That's why he sounded off. Pumpkin Spice. Those are supposed to be live tube grubs that Nogate in DS9. Phoenix Gundam. Since Ferengi TV exists, I need to see a version of Marauder Mo animated like the 80s G.I. Joe series with Federation-like version of Cobra. Absolutely. I'm surprised they didn't have that, actually. I assumed when I saw the TV that we would get that, or at least a commercial for it or something. But yeah. Long live the pugs and Dot. Yes. Pumpkin Spice. Funkadelic class. Yes. Defiant says, like, Lita and Rom have met countless Starfleet officers that passed through DS9 during their 2370s. That bothers me that they don't know Starfleet, lol. Yeah, me too. I'm right there with you on that one. Sturm von Ulk. On DS9, Rom and Lita saw good and bad from Federation, even when Bajor was initially going to sign on. Cisco said no. Maybe they view with caution. Maybe. Smart Smears. With Mariner's self-sabotage, I feel like in general they're taking their sweet time progressing all the characters. Prodigy kind of rushes plot points, but Lower Decks has the opposite problem. You're not wrong. You're not wrong on that one. Yeah, I wish they'd move things along a little bit more. At least they got promoted this season. Grant McGregor says, I really thought the ROM was an imposter. DS9 legit made way for the entire Ferengi Empire to change. Grand Nagus Zek chose ROM because he was a builder and more socially liberal, or more social liberal. Agreed. And as I said, the first time I watched it, I really had a bad taste in my mouth from Rom and Lita. But at the end, it was all just to see if the Federation would play ball, so to speak, pardon the pun. And not be duped. Take that for what it is. I don't know if that's what they intended. That's kind of the vibe that I got, and that they never intended on going through with a contract like that. But I could be wrong. Terrence Childs, Film Geek Media made a new video about the Interceptor class. Have you seen it? I have not. BJ says Slug-a-Cola was from Futurama. Slug-o-Cola? I thought the same thing. Oh well. Dave Thompson, ready to beat Maritime DM on Saturday. What? Mark Henson, yeah, I thought of Marauder Mo as well when he was watching Ferengi shows. Good. BJ throws in $1. Thank you so much for the super chats, guys. Mark and BJ, much appreciated. Anybody else wants to super chat? I will not stop you. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free. And 41 people watching with 26 likes. Just hit the like button. That's free. Just it helps me out, and I'd appreciate that as well. Pumpkin Spice says Slug-o-Cola is from DS9. I know it is mentioned in DS9, but I also thought it was in Futurama as well. Isn't there something similar? Is it that's slime cola? I don't know. Been a while since I've watched Futurama. Neil Hammersmith, things got funny awkward for Tindy and Rutherford crawl into the duct. What the fuck? Well, it's not a duct, I don't think. I think it's a Jeffries tube, maybe. But yeah. This feels right. It's like, oh my god. Mark Henson, actually, there was a different drink in Futurama. I still wouldn't mind a crossover. Or it was a different drink, yeah. Tech-stickle. My guess for the next Lower Decks Parliament class, USS Regina. Yeah, they could do a lot. Need a USS London. But everybody would think the UK, and if they're strictly Canadian names. Yeah. Ozzy says, does the Admiral know how to dance? She does indeed. Pumpkin Spice. So, is the mysterious ship destroying other vessels a rogue Ferengi? They hinted to that at the beginning. They did not hint to it being rogue Ferengi. They just hinted to it being somebody that this Ferengi made a deal with. So, yeah, that was an interesting point as well. I don't know if he made a deal with somebody else and this ship got the information and swooped in, and he thought it was the ship that he contacted. It doesn't seem like it takes away some of the mystery of the ship to know that a Ferengi contacted it or them and wanted to make a deal, and it was just to destroy them. So I don't know. I need a mystery ship answer for sure. USS Bret Hart. No. No. Terrence Childs. Mariner be a good captain on board a Nebula class starship. Marinol? You mean Mariner? Phoenix Gundam, USS Ottawa seems the more obvious name choice. I'm sure there will be one at some point, yes. Grant McGregor, Slime Cola was a DS9 episode, the slimiest cola in the quadrant. Okay, was slime. Cool. Orlandian Productions, I cannot unsee Tendy's hair looking like toothpaste. Futurama drink was called Slurm. Ah, yes, yeah. BJ says Futurama as Slurm, sold by slug aliens. You see one of the slugs in an advertisement in this episode of Lower Decks. Nice. Mateo Vincent, curious, I cannot remember, but was Nog ever mentioned in this episode? Heart. Nog was not mentioned, no. No, actually. There should have been a Nog reference. Terrence Childs, it's her full name, Rebecca Mariner. It's actually Beckett Mariner, but like and Rutherford is Samantford or whatever. Brad is Bradward. So they got weird names, but it's Beckett Mariner is her name. So they should name the next Parliament class that USS St. John's. Hey, I'd be down with that. They all had root beer on Deep Space Nine too. Yes, it's insidious, like the Federation. Defiant says, got a police show for you to watch, Cap. The Irrational. Stars Jesse Martin from Law and Order, the black guy on the original episode. He plays a college professor who helps the FBI. Interesting. I might check it out at some point. Police procedurals I do enjoy, but there's so many of them. It's something I would want to watch with Sylvia. So if she's interested in watching it, I'll probably check it out. But Karen Child, yeah, root beer is delicious. They should have had a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Neil Hammersmith says, overall, I give this episode a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's probably going to sit a little higher for me when we score tomorrow for a live, but we'll see. Like I said, initially I would have given it around a 7, but on two subsequent rewatches, it's kind of gone up for me. We'll see how the scoring goes. Dave Thompson says, I like IBC root beer. What's IBC stand for? Shrek the Orc, USS Toronto. Indeed, yes. BJ says USS Canberra for Parliament class. Already been 2 in the US Navy. Latest got commissioned in Australia. HMAS Canberra was there too. United States Navy is honoring World War II. Aussie cruiser lost at the Guadalcanal. Dave Thompson, USS Xenia? Do you mean to say Xena, or do you mean Xenia? Because I don't know what you're referring to specifically. If it's Xena, there's no I, and that'd be a cool name for a ship. Mr. Captain 93, can't wait for the video on the Toronto. Will there be one, though? It's the exact same as the Vancouver, which we did a video on when that first showed up. So we have another video coming out on Saturday that's not the Toronto. So Orlandian Productions, Boimler's subplot was the biggest wasted potential for this episode. I was seeing all cramming all of the things in. I expected like a quick like flash of like museums and stuff, like seeing odd little things like him running through, stopping, looking at one thing, and then like moving on. I definitely expected that, but Team Anuk, my least favorite of this season, but I still liked it. Least favorite, interesting. I think Sam said it was like not his favorite, I think it's a Voyager one, but probably near the top of being the favorite for this season, he said, so. Mark Henson, Bargs is my fave. Or Not Your Father's. Not Your Father's root beer. Bargs is pretty good. A&W is good as well. I'm not a huge root beer fan, though. So. Ozzy, Tendi, her bikini candy. Oh, my. BJ says USS Yellowknife. That would work. Yeah. Mr. Captain 93, when will the Star Trek shop sell the Ferengi foam domes? Those were cool. The drinking helmet with like the Ferengi head and the ears. Lower Decks is like a marketing genius for Star Trek. Because yeah, I saw those and I'm like, that's cool. A lot of people are gonna want that, and sure enough, somebody's already mentioning it here. So. Trend New York, Xenia Seaberg, LOL. I don't know who that is. USS Whitehorse, yeah. That's a good name for a ship, actually. Kyle Swinderman, Captain Foley, what's going on? I just started building my 1350 TOS Enterprise. Woo woo. Well, awesome. I can't wait. Hopefully I'll see it. I can't wait to see it, but they are fun. Well, it obviously is the round 2 one because it's a 350. It goes together so nice. It's such a great model. So I hope you have fun doing it. And yeah, Just have fun and have fun. Mastingo, those Ferengi libraries are pretty sweet. Mr. Captain 93, Star Trek is really leaning into Toronto this year. Yeah, as it should. I mean, most of its production is there, at least for Discovery and Strange New Worlds. So, Defiant says the USS Poutine. Yeah, that would work. Stern Von Ulk, this felt more like a filler episode than anything. Totally disagree with you. Like I said, it progresses Freeman quite a bit. Even Ransom's really fantastic in this one. I think it kind of shoots Mariner in the foot. Doesn't do anything for Boimler. But the Tendi and Rutherford thing, which a lot of people are like, are they going to be a couple? And I think Mike McMahon just basically said, nope, they're not. They're best friends. And they don't realize that they're attracted to each other if they are. But maybe at some point they will be. I think that was kind of what he was saying with this episode. So, Mr. Captain 93, A&W Root Beer, Chef's Kiss. Team Anuk, the Black Mountain is a Paramount logo. Is the Paramount logo apparently? Was also in this episode. The mountain logo with the stars that blinked. Oh yeah, yeah. I love how he's like, I'm not gonna fall for it. This lowest common denominator TV, and then the stars do. So are they saying that they're lowest common denominator TV, Paramount Plus? I never even made that connection. I thought it was odd that the stars did that. I thought there was some kind of like mind control going on in the room, but that's cool. I like that, the Paramount Mountain. Good eye. Kyle Swinderman, was cool to see Ron and Lita again as I'm rewatching DS9 again. Absolutely. Squadra Course, hello sir. Shren the Orc, LOL, never saw Lex. No, I never did. I've never watched Lex. I've seen parts of Lex, but I've never seen Lex. Orlandian Productions, when are we getting the Enterprise slippers? What Enterprise slippers? Hashtag confused. Mr. Captain 93, I love how they are doing a running theme this season, but still staying episodic. Yeah, I mean, they've kind of done that last season too with the Texas class ships. I think it's something that Lower Decks does very well. So yes. Mark Henson, USS A&W, sparkling vanilla cream soda. That's a mouthful. Squadra Course, how long is the 1350 Enterprise model? It is 32 inches. 32 inches. It's like 3 feet long. If 32 inches is 3 feet, I think 4 feet, 3 feet. 32 inches long. Pumpkin Spice, Tendi will hook up with T'Lyn. Oh, T'Lyn was... Where the hell was T'Lyn during this episode? Didn't even realize that she was gone. Interesting. Interesting. Cal Swinderman, any theories on the mystery in the mystery ship that looks like an agonizer? No, not. We've got a lot of theories. We've thrown a lot of them out there in a live, but honestly, they could go anywhere. Just because it looks like the shape of an agonizer, it looks like the shape of an XO1 shuttle pod. It looks like the shape of a few other things as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of theories, but Peter Lacaco, $5. Thank you so much, Peter. Much appreciated. What places you hitting on your LA visit? So when we go to LA, we're going to be hitting up the Getty Museum, the Griffith Observatory, Universal Studios, Disney, specifically Galaxy's Edge. I'm not going to do too much else in Disney, I don't think. Going to be hitting up Doug Drexler, heading over to Doug Drexler's place and visiting him. And I don't know what else. We'll see. Whatever we can pack in there. SETI Transmedia. The Toronto is pretty nice. It is. It's a fantastic ship. Don Don is here. USS Steve Wallace. Very Canadian. Yeah, Steve Wallace is great. Techstickle. Captain, did you purchase the Lower Deck shuttle from Master Replicas? I didn't feel like I wanted that one. It's cool and all, but no, I didn't get it, unfortunately. Pumpkin Spice Agonizer, LOL, Mirror Universe, Cerritos Crew. There's only one life form aboard, so. Dave Thompson, by the way, Xenia is pronounced Xenia. 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 Perfect. Darren Childs, I would love to see The Rock appear on this show and beat up. You said that before. You and The Rock, man. Squadra Course. So a 1-350 Enterprise E would be like 10 feet long. Yes. Yeah. No. Yes. Not 10 feet for the Enterprise E. I think I've seen a size chart, and if they did an Enterprise D at 1-350 would be over 6 feet tall. So yeah, the Enterprise E would be not quite 10. It would be taller. But yes, 350 is a pretty big scale. So, Mr. Captain 93, where is Section 31 Boimler? Who knows? Only Section 31 knows. I've speculated that he's in the mystery craft, but we'll see. We'll see. Defiant, Mr. Raven Productions. I would love to see Jason Isaacs return as Hollow Prime Lorca in an episode of Lower Decks. I know that's random, but still. No, Jason Isaacs does need to return. Lorca needs to come back, and I want to see Prime Lorca. Lorca was the best part of Discovery Season 1, hands down. And yes, we need to see more Lorca. We need more Lorca in our lives. Kyle Swinderman, hey, you mentioned NX-01. Maybe we're finally seeing the return of Future Man from Enterprise with this mystery ship. Maybe. So many possibilities, so much potential contained within that little one-man craft. Dave Thompson says autocorrect. Xenia, there you go. That's how you pronounce it. Hey, Jason. Tim McCaffrey, USS Cornwall would be a garbage scow. Pumpkin Spice, iCarly revival canceled. The world is ending. LOL. I never watched iCarly, so. Solaris, the long hauler rail fan. Well, Captain, thought that we were going to have a new ship, but saw the review that y'all did for Season 1. Well, Captain thought that we were going to have a new ship. So, yeah, it's the same class. It's the Parliament class, so. Already covered it. Peter Lukaku, the observatory. Make sure you sneak into random room to access the computer for odd orbital ships. Won't be doing anything illegal. Orlandian Productions, Section 31 Boimler, doing sweet FA. Fuck all. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Pumpkin Spice, life-size Delta Flyer model. Treehouse. That'd be kind of cool. Mr. Captain 93, only thing missing tonight was a Quark appearance and a Nog tribute. Yes and yes. I would agree. Squadra Course, the shrinking was shrinking. I was thinking about making a physical model of the Cerebus at 1/250 scale, or 1/250 scale, which would be just under 1 meter long. Damn. I would love to see that build if you ever do it. Still have not seen Badgie this season. I know, Ozzy. He's coming. He's coming up soon. Don says, well, we all have our own viewpoints. Absolutely. I don't know what you're referring to specifically, but yes. Mr. Captain 93, maybe the mystery craft will be like a TARDIS, small outside, big inside. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. There was a Enterprise episode with the shuttle that they brought on board that was larger inside. So yes, that'd be cool if it was from the future, or had that kind of tech. Now, the reason I say there's only one person aboard is because it reads one life sign, according to the Klingons, I believe, when they scanned it. There's only one life sign aboard. That's why I say that. I'm not saying that it's small enough that it's only one person. There could be, like you said, it could be bigger on the inside, but there's only one life sign on board. So at least that they can read. Kyle Swenderman, any thoughts on smoke talking and hinting towards Lower Decks ending? Really hoping we get Legacy and more great Trek like Lower Decks. I haven't heard of any rumors or anything about Lower Decks ending. I wish I did. And yes, Legacy would be great. Not Smoke Mike. Oh, okay. Any thoughts on Mike? Oh, hinting on Lower Deck ending. He's not like hinting at Lower Deck ending. What he's saying is it's an uncertain time. And actually, we have a live coming up later next week on Wednesday, I believe, that's going to talk about that. A hashtag save Star Trek. Lose the Prodigy part at this point. Just saves hashtag save Star Trek. With all the shows kind of going down and Mike putting that out there that it's an uncertain future right now for Paramount and the franchise. So please watch Lower Decks. Encourage other people to watch Lower Decks while it's on. Encourage them to watch any of the new Trek to kind of keep those numbers up so that they know that the audience is out there. Yeah, we'll be talking about that on Wednesday, the whole Mike McMahon interview thing. Defiant says, Lorca reminds me of Hank Voight from Chicago PD and Dr. Archer from Chicago Med. Orlandian Productions, Grand Negus update. He is still in my closet. Okay. Ozzy says, where was Brett? Brett who? Don says, speaking of bears, rest in peace, Dick Butkus. Oh no. Orlandian Productions. Aren't all Starfleet ships bigger on the inside? I mean, some are. The Delta Flyer is, yeah. Even Voyager, one could argue. Olivia is here. It throws in $5. Good to see you, Olivia. Sorry I was late. Spent 30 minutes at the Starfleet Bar and Grill waiting for my fake date to join me. Still waiting. Oh, well. Well, I'm glad you could make it here. Squadra Course. If you made a big model like that, you could do one side with hull and the other side as a cutaway. Yeah. The cutaway models are cool. And I don't know which model you're speaking of specifically, the large 6-foot 1/350 scale Enterprise D, or which one are you referring to? Don says, I have nothing against those who despise iCarly, both old and new. I neither like it nor despise it because I've never seen it, which is what I said. So, Solaris, the long hauler rail fan. Did Rom become Negus while Deep Space Nine was on, or is that after? Pardon, spell check, no help. It was at the end of Deep Space Nine he became the Negus. Yes, that's in Deep Space Nine. Mark Henson, the enemy ship that recurs this season. Thoughts? New enemy? Old enemy? I personally think it's going to be somebody like Section 31 Boimler or maybe even Badgie's behind it or something. I think it's going to be somebody that we know. I don't think it's going to be a new enemy. So there are my thoughts. Pumpkin Spice, which would win in a fight? Galaxy class Captain Yacht, Intrepid class Aero Shuttle, or Nova class Wave Rider? So the Galaxy class Captain Yacht is not going to win anything. Intrepid class Aero Shuttle or Nova class Wave Rider. Well, the Aero Shuttle and the Wave Rider would definitely be a good battle to watch because they're both very agile and armed. But yeah, the Captain's Yacht is out of that whole discussion. I'd put my money on the Aero Shuttle. Dave Thompson, well, good night, Cap. I wish I could stay longer, but I have to get up at 2. Well, live long and prosper, Dave. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us. Hit the like before you leave if you haven't already. Pumpkin Spice, Dick Butkus, star of Webster, LOL. Dick Butkus. Did I call him Bupkus? Orlandian Productions, also Mariner apparently crashed in Oberth. I know. Yeah, there's a story there. Yeah, I noticed that first time, and I'm like, ooh, we're going to hear it? Nah, no, of course we're not. Damn. Mr. Captain 93, maybe, just maybe, Seth MacFarlane will come in and save Star Trek. I mean, sacrifice Orville to save Trek. I don't want him to sacrifice Orville. I love the Orville. I would love him to be working on Trek, though. I really would. Orlandian Productions, Brunt, FCA. It would have been cool to have him back for sure. Don says, for everything there is a first time. Yes. For everything there's a first time. Wouldn't you agree, Admiral? Mm-hmm. Pumpkin Spice. Saw on another video all the Kurtzman Trek will be canceled by the end of the year. Don't believe that. Which other channel might that be? Or which other video? Yeah, I wouldn't believe that shit. And again, Paramount is floundering, so who knows? They've already made stupid decisions like canceling Prodigy and removing it from their streaming service. Let's pretend it never existed. Dumb. So yeah, it's I wouldn't believe anything like that though. No. Grant McGregor, can we have a mock pool? Can we have a mock pool of what the ship and who is piloting it? I have my bets on time traveling Packlid. Oh, a poll. No, I can't do polls on these when I'm doing it from my phone. I can't do a poll, so sorry. Maybe tomorrow we can on the live. Squadron Course, the Cerebus model at 1/250 with either cutaways on one side or removable hull plating. Ah, okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. Tim McCaffrey, if you want to live long and prosper, you gotta put love on your duty roster. Put love on your duty roster. That was a catchy song, man. I really enjoyed that last very short tracks. It was really good. The Walk Don't Run. I liked it. They should have led with that one. That was a good one. It was definitely celebrating the animation. Olivia throws in $2. Did you know you got married at a wedding? I'd heard such things. I had heard such rumors. I wasn't quite sure though. So, Dick Butkus was in NBC's teen sitcom Hang Time as well. Pumpkin Spice. Lower Decks will probably move to Hulu like the new Futurama seasons. That'd be fine with me. I would love Hulu to also pick up Prodigy and make more seasons of Prodigy. Squadron Course. Would be funny to have a Packlid time traveler who traveled into the past to steal more primitive technology. Yes, that would be great. Wouldn't it be neat? Remember the time traveler in TNG, played by Max Headroom, who got sentenced? Wouldn't it be neat if this was him in another time travel? Like he escaped and got another time travel machine? That'd be awesome. Paramount Plus folding by December. Sure. If you believe such things. Like I said, I personally wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not going to believe anybody telling me that until I have more concrete proof. So, Cal Swinderman, LOL, I wonder what channel put that scoop out. Mr. Captain 93, okay, scary thought. If Kurtzman has his say, Peanut Hamper is going to fly the mystery ship. To be flying the mystery ship. I mean, Peanut Hamper flying it wouldn't be a bad thing, honestly. I'd love to see Agamus and Peanut Hamper and Badgie work together. But you think they would have heard by now that Peanut Hamper had escaped the AI computer asylum prison thing. So, yeah, I don't think that's the case. And I really don't want Peanut Hamper to come back. But if she does, I wouldn't mind her teaming up with, like I said, Agamus and Badgie. That could be quite awesome. And let's not forget that at the end of the last season, there was that mysterious green tractor beam that scooped up, was it Rutherford's eyepiece from the wreckage or something from the wreckage? I think it's going to tie into this mystery ship as well. So, okay. Solaris says it's going to be interesting to see what happens when the Ferengi and the Federation. Olivia says you skipped my super chat. I didn't, unless you did another one. Let me see. No, I read both of them. Joseph Barbado, hashtag save Star Trek. Yes. Mr. Captain 93, amazing how Paramount with Trek, Top Gun with Mission Impossible, just to name a few, can be in so much trouble. Really stupid, dumbass people in charge. It's that simple. Executives that don't know what the fuck they're doing, doesn't know what one hand is doing, has their head up their ass or on another one of the executives' asses. They just don't fucking understand anything of what the fans want. That's why it's yeah. That's why they're in so much trouble. Pumpkin Spice. Oh yeah, hang time. LOL. Mary Beth Pepperton and Christy the redhead, underage 90s eye candy. LOL. Okay. Ozzy says Dick Butkus used to play the Chicago Bears. He passed away at 80. Oh no. Orlandian Productions. Paramount Plus exploding harder than the Enterprise over Genesis. Genesis? Kyle Swinderman. That time traveler would be a deep cut. I love it. It would be. It's probably not him though. But yeah. Defiant says people saying that are not saying that from a position of certainty. They say that from a position of rumor, spreading to try to make it happen and get clicks. More often than not, yes, and that's probably the case in this one. Pumpkin Spice, why not Nomad? Tonru from TOS operating the mystery ship. That would be cool too. But it's also a life sign, so it's got to be a biological on there. So, Terrence Childs, do United Federation of Planets should have a class of starships called the America class? Why? Mr. Captain 93, so are we going to talk about the portable Genesis device in the room? By the sounds of it, it may be a somewhat common thing to terraform planets now. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Miniaturized version, but is who built it? Is it Federation Tech? Is it somebody else that got a hold of the technology and are using it for small scale, like colonization of planets? You know, you got to move in, you got to colonize a planet or whatever, launch this thing. You know, you've done your research. You know, there's no microbes or anything on the planet that you're going to destroy. Who built it? We don't know. Kyle Swinderman, speaking of Lower Decks, I got a Cerritos on the last drop from Master Replica. I was pumped to get it. I did too. I got the Cerritos XL, which I need to still do a video on. I've done a lot of Eagle Moss reviews, as you guys know. I think there's 96 or 97 in the playlist. And I finally did get the Cerritos XL the last time they had it. So I've got it in hand. It's in the next room. I could go get it. I'll go get it. I'll show you guys. All right. Here it is. Lower Decks XL Cerritos. Let me take it out of the box. Problem is, there's no magazine with this. The Cerritos. The Cerritos. The XL Cerritos. It's very nice. Ooh, I'll have to talk about that during my review. But anyhow, there it is. The Cerritos. The California class. Looks really great from the side. Some of the angles are kind of cool. But overall, it's not the most attractive looking ship now, is it? All right, let's get that back in there. So yeah, there will be a review coming on that soon, probably in 2 or 3 weeks. Tim McCaffrey, Prodigy, Lower Decks, and Legacy is all we want. Strange New Worlds is good, but held down by the Discoverse. They've kind of cut the cord with the Discoverse, honestly. So, but I see what you're saying. Kevin Scott, 76. Maybe the ship is a collector, and there will be a battle game like the Gamesters of Triskelion at the end. Ships versus ships. I like it. It wouldn't be ships versus ships. The ships got destroyed, but crew versus crew, because it looks like a lot of people are speculating they got beamed up or beamed away and not destroyed. Solaris, the long hauler rail fan. Captain, have you heard anything about Axonar lately? Not a peep. Peter Lukaku, Kelvin Timeline brought Trek back, but Discovery killed the franchise. Lower Decks gave us hope. Strange New Worlds is the show we never asked for. Trek is about going forward. Just make a new show. Good points there. Pumpkin Spice, the dumbest execs are at CW, canceling the DC shows in favor of golf and lame Canadian dramas, which get 0.0 in the ratings. Armando Rodriguez, hi Cap, does every race have a guide to every planet they visit? I mean, they say that most of the planets have guides. I've got some guides up here. Where are they? I got a guide to Vulcan, a guide to Kronos. Where are those? Yeah, they're there. So yeah, Hidden Universe travel guides. There's for the Klingon Empire, and then there's one for Vulcan. And it goes through and it tells you like the different provinces and all the stuff in them. So that's what they were talking about when they referred to the travel guides, or these kind of things. Show you different landmarks and things. How to do the Vulcan salute, did you know? And the ways not to do it. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. I've never actually read these. I need to read these. But yeah, the Klingon Empire and the Vulcan. Defiant says, I want all the Star Trek, including Discovery and Strange New Worlds. Never say we want. Never say we want. It's never true. Squadron Course, what's going on with the Wolf 359 fan films? Anyone know? Well, they're working on part 2, so. Ozzy says maybe it's Doc Brown getting revenge. Sure. Terrence Childs, have you ever completed the final level on the new Star Trek game? I know you were playing it before, and have you ever won? Which game? I beat Resurgence. I beat the Prodigy Supernova game. If those are one of the two that you're talking about, then yes, I have beat them. Olivia Julius, $5. Free trial of Trekyards is over. Here is the bill for the free trial. Orlandian Productions. I'm going to bed. See you later. Also, the Negus is still in my closet and doesn't want to leave. Well, just feed him some Latinum. Make him happy. Pumpkin Spice. Resurrected Gul Dukat operating the mystery ship. Perfect. I'd love it. Grant McGregor. A pack lid from the future went back to Lower Decks to find the great time traveler trapped Max Headroom guy. The pack lid misread the documents The pack lid misread, and documents were great time traveling back. Kyle Swinderman. I got the XL as well. I don't have it in hand, though, yet still needs to ship. Ha ha ha, you're making me jealous. I'm sorry. but I have it and you don't. Na, 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 na. So are these rumors on the same level and from the same channel of Kathleen Kennedy being fired every week? Now, excuse me as I go get my squared off mask and house coat. Kyle Swinderman, I've noticed no magazine with a lot of the ships I've gotten on Master Replicas. That's because the ships were made and getting ready to ship. They hadn't printed the magazines yet on Eagle Moss's side. So Master Replicas only bought the stuff they had, which was the ships. Master Replicas isn't going to go through the time and effort to make up a magazine for each of them and ship them with magazines. They just didn't have magazines. It's that simple. Mr. Captain 93, Rutherford's model is better. It has a warp core. You're not wrong. Terrence Childs, all right now. You're just so single. You're just so single, wound and rubbing it in on people like me who really want to be able to get something like that, having financial problems right now. No, not at all. I mean, we're talking lower decks. I just wanted to show you the Cerritos. I'm sorry. Mr. Captain 93, not going to lie, the Cerritos has grown on me. I love the ship now. Yeah, it's definitely grown on me as well. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my God. And then it's like, the more I look at it, the more intriguing it gets. It's like, So yeah. Terrence goes on to say, fine, show off your fancy USS Cerritos. Fine, I did. Don says, my number one starship class in lower decks is the Parliament class. I like the Parliament better than the California class as well. Tim McCaffrey, I'd give STW credit if they started season 3 with TOS Enterprise. STW. Oh, Strange New Worlds. Gotcha. BJ says, I got the guide to Kronos, I think. Kyle Swinderman, I'm really starting to worry or lose hope on Legacy happening. I'm dying to have that show with Terry at the helm. I don't lose hope on it. I think once the actors' strike is over, you're going to hear a few announcements. Just my thought. Don says, I find the Vulcan salute pretty easy to do. Yes, indeed, you do it right there. Mr. Captain 93, the Trek guidebook is just sitting there to be made like the encyclopedia. The Trek guidebook is just sitting there to be made like the encyclopedia. Just thought, yes, absolutely. Don says, I hope to see Enterprise being retrofitted in season 3 of Stranger Worlds, but as an enhanced and augmented version of the post-2265 Enterprise. Defiant says, Legacy has the high chance of... Oh my God. Legacy has the high chance of something being done with it or mentioned in 2024 or 2025. Kevin Scott says, have you played Star Trek Catan? Funny you should ask. We've been looking for it to buy, and it's around $90 generally. We're actually picking one up on Sunday when we go to my Sylvia's uncle's place for Thanksgiving. We are going to Toronto. That's where he lives. And also we found somebody in Toronto that is selling it sealed in box for $70. So I will be picking it up. I have not played it yet. I haven't played even Settlers of Catan, but I've heard it's really good. So yeah, we're picking that up on Sunday. Why would you ask that? That's interesting. Don says, I'm not losing hope on Star Trek Legacy, to be honest. Don't. I wouldn't. Kyle Swinderman, is the Prodigy game worth picking up? Yes, it's very fun. It is worth picking up. I wish the ship scenes would have been better. They're basically just like almost like a comic. They're not like actual CG ship flying through space, but that's okay because you get to wander around the inside of the protostar. So yes, they are worth getting. They're fun. Mr. Captain 93. Hold on, go back to that. Hold on, Kyle. I've done playthroughs of it on the channel. So just type in Trekyards or Captain Foley gameplay Prodigy Supernova. It's a lot of words, but you'll find it because I've done game. I have a whole playlist called Captain Foley Plays where I just play games, and it's in there. I've played the entire game on camera. So I've played all through the entire thing on camera. So I do need to go back and replay it to get some stuff that I couldn't get because I didn't have all the characters unlocked. But now I got all the characters unlocked. You go back to the early levels, you can get other stuff. So I haven't gone back and done that yet. I've started, but I haven't got very far. So yes, it is worth it. It's fun. If you want to see what it's like to play, check out my gameplays. Mr. Captain 93 says maybe the lower decks go off the rails and Rick and Morty are in the mystery ship. Hey, that'd be great, actually. Defiant says that was Max Headroom in TNG. Damn it, I need to rewatch that shiz right now. Yeah. Forget the actor's name, but yeah, that was Max Headroom. Tim McCaffrey, I may have missed it, but is Eagle Moss back under a new name? No. Master Replicas bought all their old inventory and stock and are selling it and have been for months. So they're sold out of a lot of stuff now because they have like flash sales and stuff. And every Friday, I believe, they release different ships. So it's Master Replicas if you want to look it up. Olivia said, sent you a message on YouTube, Facebook chat. It's just a fake post. Paramount isn't ending in December. Yeah, I didn't think so. Defiant said, oh, figured it wasn't, yeah. Techstickle, Cap, do you get charged with huge duties at Canada Post with your Master Replicas purchases like me? No, I didn't get any customs charges or anything on this one at all, actually. Fleet Admiral Levi, or Levy. Is it Levy or Levi? I bought the Ring Ship Enterprise without a magazine. Thanks for the clarity. The Ring Ship should have a magazine. But that being said, those are the older ones. The magazines were separate. So during the whole bankruptcy thing, the magazines and the models might have got separated. Because a lot of their later stuff, like something this size, would have the magazine in the box, a little bit smaller version of the magazine. So the Ring Ship should have had one, but it would have been separate. It wouldn't have been able to fit inside the box. So at least you got the ship, right? Pumpkin Spice. Kronos makes no sense for the Klingon homeworld. Shouldn't it be Kling? Everywhere else is Klingon Empire, High Council, Battlecruiser, etc. It's been referred to as Kling before in TOS. But I mean, I don't know. We're not called the Earth Empire, or the Eartheration, or the Federation. Why does the name of the planet have to be in the? And we're humans. We're not. Well, we're also known as Earthlings, I guess. But yeah. And it's not Kronos with a C. It's Quonos. It's Q-U. There's two different ways to spell Kronos. Kronos, or Quonos, which is Q-onos. Yeah, Q-O, little apostrophe, N-O-S. Quonos. Or it's also been spelled Kronos, K-R-O-N-O-S. Marco, Parliament class is such a great design. Yes, yes it is. Defiant says Parliament class is a sexy class because it has underslung the cells. Just saying. Yeah. Terrence Childs, when are they going to come out with a Prometheus class model? I have been waiting since I found out the ship existed on Voyager. Ecomoss had a Prometheus class model. Sorry you missed it. Mr. Captain 93, they need to do Star Trek short cartoons of the Ferengi cop show. That looks awesome. I wouldn't be interested in that, but Pumpkin Spice. Matt Frewer played Max Headroom and the 22nd Century Time Traveler in TNG, and an aggressive dirtbag to Supergirl in the 1984 movie. Oh yeah, he was in Supergirl. You're right. Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot about that. Pumpkin Spice also says you have not bought the you have not bought the Dodge Challenger used in that Strange New Worlds Toronto episode. No. It's a nice car though. Jason Hurdle says Star Trek DS9, Odo is died. Okay. Kyle Swinderman has joined the channel at the rank of Commander. Oh my God. Welcome aboard, Commander. Thank you so much. Keep an eye out for future videos where at the end of the video, our edited content, we have our fleet video. You'll be assigned to a ship and you'll see what ship you're serving on. You can also join our Discord server and hang out with us over there. So, Squadron Course, woot, welcome to the crew. Peter the Caco, where's John Walker tonight? I did a shot every time he posted in chat. Damn it, I'm sober. Yeah, I am too. Kevin Scott 76, you'll have fun with Star Trek Catan. Most common mistake with the rules, you can't build a station one step away from another. Okay, we'll bear that in mind. But yeah, I'm going to invite a couple friends over and we're going to give it a play. How long does it take to play? Is it like Risk? Does it take a long time? Let me know, Kevin Scott. I'm looking forward to playing it though. Pumpkin Spice. Renee Abenoir passed away in 2019. I'm aware. I was there in 2019. I mean, not where he was when he passed away. Earth, Terra, Human, Soul. Yes. Yeah, Levi, I like the pants. Thank you, Admiral Levi. Ozzy, don't catch too many bugs from Kroos. Pumpkin Spice, did the Prometheus model split into 3 separate vessels like in the show? No, it did not. Defiant said that there is a big Star Trek reference in Starfield on a quest I'm on. Can't say anything due to spoilers, but it's cool. Nobody cares about spoilers for a game like that. I won't be able to play it. I'm not going to put it on my computer. I'm not a PC gamer, and I have a PlayStation, so I won't be able to play it. It's fine. But glad there's a Star Trek reference. Pumpkin Spice, the Eagle Moss Galaxy class does not saucer separate. It does not. None of them do. Mark Henson, Matt Frewer was also in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, TNG, Generation X, and Watchmen. Well, there you go. Let me just put my... Actually, let's see, what fun fact can we learn about Kronos? Give me a... Somebody super chat in with a page number between 1 and 157, and I'll look at the page number that you super chat in for, and I will read an interesting fact about Kronos from that page. Pumpkin Spice, the new Nissan Z Nesmo is sweet. I might have seen that. Pumpkin Spice, that is not a super chat. Mark Henson, oh yeah, Matt Frewer was also in Dawn of the Dead. He's been in a lot of stuff though. Dirt is King throws in $2, page 69. That's a good number. And I just automatically flipped to 68. So, here we go. The Tipsy Targ. That's page 69 right there with the Klingon cup. The Tipsy Targ, a classic Klingon tavern of the old school variety, located across the street from the offices of Hujjaku provincial government at the center of town. If you're looking for a fancy cocktail, you are most definitely in the wrong place. However, you can avoid the chorus of mocking laughter from the bartender if you stick to ordering drinks that only consist of one element: blood wine. The Double T's does have a food menu that includes an assortment of vegetables and fruits if you're into live gach or brejik lung. If you ask nicely, the cook may even agree to place a cut of tikang steak over an open flame for a minute or two. There you go. Mark Henson, Bill and Ted's 69, dudes. Yeah. Peter the Caco throws in $5. When you're... Wait, my God, I can't speak tonight. Plus, I got like cotton mouth. Peter the Caco, $5. Thank you, Peter. When you were a kid, did you remember the board game IQ 2000? It's the game with the solar system, kind of like Trivial Pursuit, trying to buy a copy. I do not recall that game, no. Sorry. Ozzy, I was talking about from Star Trek under Discovery Country. They can't use the translator in Klingon. I know you were, like, don't catch any bugs, but you didn't spell Kronos. You spelled Kroos. Just saying. Marco, Cap, how did you like the last 2 episodes of Very Short Trek? Last one came out yesterday. I loved them. We have a review coming out about it. The last one was fantastic. Walk, Don't Run. I loved it. It should have been the one they led with because it is actually a celebration of the Star Trek animation. They should have led with that one. Just saying. Then they would have got progressively worse and been a bad ending and a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Instead, they kind of maybe did the right thing by putting out last. But yeah, and the one before that, Holograms All the Way Down, done by Aaron Waltke. Again, very well done. I think Aaron did a good job with that. Aaron is kind of the man. We love Aaron around here. I got a signed script from him up here somewhere. Yeah, right here. So Aaron Waltke, who occasionally joins us on these lives, he sent me All the World's a Stage, screenplay by Aaron Waltke, and he wrote to Captain Foley and Trekyards, live logs and proper, all the best, Aaron J. Waltke, with a little live long and prosper hand sign. So, but yeah, that's the full script right there for All the World's a Stage, signed by Aaron Waltke. So, Aaron Waltke's the man. Marco, Cap, how did you like... No, I just read that one. Never mind, sorry. Kevin Scott, Star Trek Catan will take about an hour, but first game you'll take more time with decisions, so 1.5 hours. Well, that's not bad. I expected like a couple hours, like a strategy game. But yeah. So yeah, Aaron Waltke came on one of these lives one night, and somebody had said something about a signed script, and I'm like, oh, Aaron, I would love a signed script. And he says, sure. And I'm like, I'll message you after the live. So I shot him a message. He asked what script I wanted. This is the best one from Prodigy Season 1. This is All the World's a Stage. This is the TOS one that Aaron did. Fantastic. Talking about Lieutenant Garovic. And yeah, so he sent it to me, and I have it. And that's when I go to LA, I'll be also seeing Aaron Waltke. I've already talked to him. He is down for meeting with me and Sylvia to go out for supper or something. So I'll be meeting up with Aaron and hanging out with him in person as well. So yeah. Mark Henson, I like Scotty's line. I got your orgy right here. Yeah, as he undoes his very 1960s belt. That was kind of funny. Or 1970s, I guess, at that point. But yeah, no. All right, so who wants another interesting fact? Whoever super chats next, you can pick between the Vulcan and the Klingon book. Say Vulcan or Klingon in your super chat, and a page number between 1 and 155. And I'll read an interesting fact from that page, in whichever book you want. Jason Hurdle, Hot Wheels, $2, 2009 Star Trek NCC 1701 toy I have that as well. Cal Swinderman, the Scotty voice actor, was pretty great. Shocked that they got Frakes to sing. Right? Yeah, Scotty was great. Ooh, Dirt is King. I don't know if it's Dirt is King or DRT is King. But $2, the Vulcan book, 69. Why am I not shocked? All right. Let's see. I can read about the Cal Rec Observance and Festival. First of all, here is the book. Here is the page. So let me read about this festival. Vulcans observe the Cal Rec, or Day of Atonement by individually reflecting on perceived lapses in logic or emotional control during the previous year. The influx of off-worlders to the outlying provinces and cities has seen to it that the occasion now is marked by a variety of festivals and other events. Most of these celebrations are very modest and respectful of the observance's established protocols, serving as a means to honor the Vulcans who have welcomed the outsider in their midst. If you happen to be visiting during this period, take advantage of an opportunity to participate in one of the ceremonies as they offer unique insight into the long-standing Vulcan customs and societal mores. Societal mores. There you go. Dr. T is king, by the way. Oh, Dr. T is king. Thank you. I hated calling you Dirt, but the Dirt, right? Dr. King. Oh, or Dr. T. Dr. King. Dr. T is king. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kyle Slenderman says, I believe 69 was a message that T'Pol and Trip did together to help them sleep better. It was a massage that they did. I said message. I know my dyslexia is kicking in. I'm tired. I'm sorry. That junk man, never seen Lower Decks, but just wanted to stop in and say Trekyards is the best Trek channel, and the man knows Trek better than Jeffrey Hunter. Okay, later. I assume that Jeffrey Hunter doesn't know Trek very well. He was Pike, but then he quickly took off and became Jesus. He played Jesus, and I don't think he knew Trek at all. So yes, I would agree with you. Kevin Scott 76. If you buy a second game, you can do what a lot of Catan players do, doubling the size of the map, and it plays even better. Well, good to know, but we had trouble finding this one. But it is sealed in the box. We're getting it for $70 Canadian, and that's a pretty good price. So yeah, we'll be picking that up on Sunday. I'll have to let you know how. I might even do a video about the first time we play or whatever. So I don't know. Is anybody? Dr. T is king. Do you want to check another book and another number? There's only 69 on. You know, you've already done both, but. Dr. T is king. Can you trade sheep for wood? I don't know. Mark Henson, Jeffrey Hunter died not long afterward. That's true. I thought he played Jesus afterwards. Maybe he didn't. Maybe that was before. I'm not sure. Yeah, he did die not long afterwards. But anyway, yeah, this was a good episode of Lower Decks, honestly, in my opinion. I like the A, B, and C storylines. Boimler's was kind of funny. I love the way it ended. Just go limp. Oh, my God. Tandy and Rutherford's, there's a lot about it that I liked, but I also didn't like the way it kind of played out. I thought the Miglamo part was kind of funny. They're the most plutonic friends on our ship. Why would you say that, first of all? But anyway, and as for the Mariner storyline, it's kind of old, honestly. I'm getting sick of her being self-sabotaging and just getting into fights for no reason and just being a loudmouth. It is starting to creep back into Mariner's getting annoying, and I don't like that because Mariner has come a long way, I think. So, Kevin Scott says, Mores means a society's rules for behavior. I figured as much. Mark Henson, he probably did. It was a few years later he died. Okay. Kevin Scott says, sheep for wood is an original Catan reference. Oh, it's one of those kind of games, trading resources and stuff. Yeah, so the Star Trek version would be something different, like trading dilithium for... God, I don't know. So here's the back of the Vulcan one. Plan your next trip to the planet Vulcan with this essential travel guide. Find the restaurants that serve the best Plomic soup and Vulcan port. Take a trip to Vulcan's majestic capital, Shikar, and the stunning lava fields of the Fire Plains. Experience spring break at Lake Huron and discover the beauty and the relatively laid-back coastal community Raoul. Explore the historic monasteries found in the Langan Mountains and even undertake the legendary Kazwan ritual. All this and more can be found within the pages of this indispensable hidden universe guide to one of the most popular and logical destinations in the known universe. Discover the past, learn about the factions, periods, and learn about the fractious periods in Vulcan's history that lead to the time of awakening and the new period of enlightenment. Get an insider knowledge, learn all about the Vulcan people and their unusual customs, and find out how to perform the traditional Vulcan live long and prosper salutation. You really don't want to get this wrong. Learn the lingo, get to know key Vulcan phrases such as Nam Tor Poyentaval, which means where is the restroom? I can't speak Vulcan. Be prepared to find out what to do if you suddenly find yourself host to a Katra, a Vulcan living spirit, at any inconvenient moment. That's the Vulcan guide. Trade oxygen for dilithium? Nice. Dr. T is king. Sheep for wood is also a reference to the Welsh New Zealanders. Kyle Swinderman, I don't understand why they keep reversing Mariner's character. Like, I want them to build her up more and grow. They just keep having her do the same things to be loud, obnoxious sometimes. Yeah, exactly. It's getting old. It's really getting old already. So these travel guides are cool. I need more of these. Sure, Klingon and Vulcan is great, but I would love one for Ferengi. I would love one for Cardassia. I would love one for Romulus. They need to make more of these, just saying. So I'll read the back of the Klingon one now. Nujne, bored of standard vacations to places like Ryza and Wrigley's Pleasure Planet? Want to discover unique and ancient culture not bound by standards, niceties, or social mores? Then the vast Klingon Empire is for you. This one-of-a-kind travel guide will give you all the information you need to plan, enjoy, and survive your trip to the very heart of Klingon territory. From an overview of Klingon history to tips on what to wear, fur and leather are very popular, and a glossary of important phrases such as Nujdak un Puchpei, where is the bathroom? Every major location in the Klingon Empire is covered in depth with tips on where to dine. You've not lived until you've eaten gok bloodworms. And how best to get to and from your chosen destinations. And what to do if you find yourself challenged to a Batleth battle to the death. So what are you waiting for? Kapla! Inside the Empire. Locations covered include the Klingon homeworld, Kronos, and its capital, the first city, plus the majestic Central Plains, industrial epicenters, Quinlat, the ruined city of Tonvay, and many more. Side trips explore the expansive Klingon Empire with information on outposts such as historic Kittimer, lush Naranda 3, and charming prison planet Rurapente. Get Around features exclusive maps and illustrations that bring to life the Klingon Empire, making this the perfect reference guide for any off-worlder. Stay Alive, packed with vital information on Klingon culture and traditions that is guaranteed to lessen your chances of ending up impaled on a Batleth. Dun dun dun. So this is what Mariner and the team were researching. Travel guides. Awesome. BJ says, good night. More Lower Decks next week. Yes, indeed. Olivia throws in $2. This has been Bedtime Stories with the Captain. It has been. I think that's probably a good place to leave it. Unless you guys have more to say. I mean, it's only just over an hour, and my mouth is getting really dry. yeah. Anyway, so this episode I enjoyed more second and third viewings than I did first time. So I will admit, first time it was kind of like, it's all right, but I do enjoy it more each time. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing that's kind of the way the rewatch of this plays out, because it is a good episode, I think. And anyway, there you have it. So tomorrow will be our edited review, and also at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be our live complete breakdown. So Fleet Admiral Levi has joined the channel at the rank of Ensign. Welcome aboard, Ensign. You too will be included in the fleet videos moving forward. So keep an eye out for your name. They might not be in the next set, but they'll be in the ones after that. So any edited content, there's a fleet video at the end of every video. Check it out. You'll see what ship you're serving on. And I love you got your Fleet Admiral Levi, but you're not Ensign in our fleet. You're Ensign Levi. Olivia Julius, $2. Is it food time now? Food. 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 I feel like I have to play that if I can find it. Olivia, what are you doing, Olivia? All right, let's see. Hold on, come on, there you go. If you're new here, you might not be aware of the food thing, but it's a thing that happens sometimes. I just have to find it. It's quite a ways back. And we'll go with this version. Long story, don't ask. Anyway, there you have it. So let's get back to the chat. Let's see what's going on. Olivia throws in $2. Fleet pie is in here. Someone's got to say it. Food. Food. There you go. Olivia, I have to tell Fleet Pie he missed out on the food thing, and also me talking about Klingon culture and visiting Kronos. He's all about the Klingon culture, so. Fleet Admiral Levi says I'll work my way up. Absolutely. And it's welcome to the fleet. I really appreciate you being here, and hopefully you have a good time. Check out our other content. We got lots of great content, but I think I'm going to call it there for tonight, guys. So thank you everybody for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And until next time, live long and prosper. See you guys later.